Hello everyone, my name is Hannah. Welcome to a new reading vlog. So I figured I would just check in and do this intro because I'm already reading a book and I haven't done an intro. So currently I am reading The Disappearances of Draco Malfoy by Speechwriter on AO3. I've got it on my Kindle, but this is Lachlan's book club pick for June. Bestie Lachlan has a Patreon that she just started. If you haven't joined yet, it's so much fun. You should definitely join. And if you are in the Draco tier or higher, I think, she does a book club called I Didn't Know You Could Read, and this is the book club pick for June. So I decided to get a head start on it because it's like 1,000 pages and I read fanfics really slowly. And I've just been in the mood for some more Hermione fanfic, which this is like a rewrite of the 7th book. So like as if Draco helps in the Horcrux hunt. So if you haven't read the Harry Potter series and you don't want to be spoiled or anything, I'm going to be talking a little bit of spoilers, I'm sure, for the like original canon series, so feel free to skip past those parts and stuff. I'll try to give like spoiler warnings or whatever, but if you don't care about getting spoiled, then it'll be fine because I'm not going to go like in depth on anything, but you might get spoiled for a couple things. Anyways, that's what I'm currently reading. I think I'm only like 8% in or something like that. I'm going to read it a little bit more today, but so far I'm really liking it. And then I think in between like reading this, I'm going to be picking up other things. I just don't know what yet. But this week is my last week of school for the school year and I'm really excited about it. It's Monday right now, so it's Memorial Day. We don't have school. And then I have 2 more days of classes with students. And then on Thursday, I'm chaperoning the end of the year field trip. And then Friday is an in-service day, so we don't have students. We still have to go to work and like finalize grades and stuff like that, but it's just kind of like work time for the end of the year. And then it's summer break, and I'm really excited. So yeah, I just figured I would film this little intro since I have started The Disappearances of Draco Malfoy and I'm really liking it. But I also have a lot of things to unbox, and a lot of it is like journal supplies and like stationery and pens and stuff. So I really enjoy seeing like what supplies people use. So if you find that boring, you can just skip ahead. But yeah, the first thing I'm gonna unbox is a book, and then the rest of it is like journal supplies. Well, that didn't work. Okay, so the book that I am unboxing is called The Curse of Ophelia by Nicole Platania. I really like this color purple. This cover is really cool. I picked this up because I saw someone's annotations of it and it sounds really good. I'm assuming this is an Ophelia retelling. I don't know much about Ophelia, if I'm being honest. It says, this debut is the first in a new adult fantasy romance series full of heart-wrenching love, shattering betrayals, and fighting for what you believe in. Fans of Throne of Glass, From Blood and Ash, and the Bridge Kingdom will love it. And I actually like all of those things. So hopefully I really enjoy this. I think I'm going to try to pick this up in June. Okay, so now on to the journal supplies, stationery, pens, all that good stuff. I wanted to show, I stopped at Michael's. Michael's is just, I love Michael's. I think Michael's is like everywhere in the US, but if you don't know what it is, it's like a craft store and they sell craft supplies. And they have this aisle where you can buy individual pens instead of packs of pens, and I really love it because I can pick and choose. And I got some more Jelly Roll gel pens. So one of my favorite pens is in the Moonlight line. It's like a grayish brown. I don't have it right now, but these two are like in that line. Like this is a little bit more dark gray and this one's a little lighter, and I just really liked them when I wrote on them. I also got the plain black because I love using these to annotate in. These two are also in the Moonlight line. They're like opaque, like a green and purple. And then this one is in the gold line. It's like a metallic kind of, so it's like a gold green, which is really pretty. And I just really love Jelly Roll gel pens for annotating. Okay, let's start opening some packages here. Speaking of gel pens, I got these because one of the accounts I follow on Instagram, this is what they use. And the glitter, I'll just show you. It's from the brand Mr. Pen, and it's just like rainbow colors of glitter gel pens, but like the annotations that they did, the glitter like really pops. And so I wanted to try it, and I think this pack was like $7 for all of these pens. And you get so many colors. I'm excited to try these. And then also from that same brand, Mr. Pen, that I don't know if you can hear the train. It's so loud. From that same brand, Mr. Pen, I got some highlighters. So these are dual tipped highlighters. They have like the normal chisel tip and then a little pointed tip, which is basically exactly what the mild liner highlighters are. But I really like these pastel colors. And again, this pack of 16 was like $6 or $7. So I figured I would try it. More pens. I got the Juice brand pens. I think these might be Korean. Oh, but they're from Pilot. But it's like, I don't know. I was on like a pen kick. I don't know what to tell you. I think they're gonna be fun, so I'm gonna try them. And then the last package is tabs. So basically I got these. I have so many like little things of tabs. These ones basically I got because they have all, like, it's all the same colors and multiple sheets. The other ones that I have, it's like you'll get one sheet of this and then one sheet of different colors, and I run out of these colors so easily, and I want to use these when I reread and annotate the Harry Potter series. So I got these. They come with the square edges and then also the point edges. Honestly, I prefer the square edges, but I don't mind these. They're all the same color. So yeah, that's my little annotating, stationery, journal supplies haul, and a bit of a book haul. So for today, I've got no plans really. I'm going to film my June TBR so I can get that up, and then I'm probably just gonna sit and read. It's really nice out. I might go sit outside, or maybe even I can convince Brandon to go to the lake today and go swimming. It's probably still gonna be really cold. Like, even though the weather is nice and warm, the water is probably gonna be really cold, but we shall see. So those are the plans. I hope you enjoy the vlog, and I will check in when I have something to update. Hello everyone, it is Saturday now and I am officially on summer break. I had my last day of work yesterday. We didn't have students or anything. It was just like work time to get everything organized. We have a lot of construction going on at our school, so a lot of teachers had to move stuff out of their classrooms and into storage and stuff. So we basically had like our end of the year like assembly thing where we recognized the retirees and like years of service and all that stuff, and then it was kind of get ready and like pack stuff up and all that jazz. So I am officially on summer break. I am so happy. I can't wait to have the best summer ever. I have so many exciting things happening this summer and I'm so excited. But yeah, it hasn't like fully hit yet that it's officially summer break because like it just feels like another weekend. So I think it'll hit sometime next week that I'm like officially on summer break, but I'm just really excited. So this week I didn't get a ton of reading done. I have been reading The Disappearances of Draco Malfoy. I am about, I want to say 28% in, something like that. And I'm really loving it. I really like how this flows with the series because basically, like I said before, it kind of replaces the 7th book. It's a rewrite of the 7th book where Draco helps in the hunt for the Horcruxes, and so it's a bit of a redemption arc for him, and it definitely changes the story a bit. Like it's a rewrite. It really plays into that like what if question, like what if Draco took Dumbledore up on the offer to come over to the Order of the Phoenix. And I'm just really liking it. The writing is very much like similar to the writing of the original series, so it flows really easily. I just love Draco. I mean, he's still like, you know, that kind of snobby rich boy, like bully, entitled, but he's got a lot going on. He's got layers. So I'm excited to see more of his character growth in the story. And then of course, the Hermione aspect is what I'm living for. So I'm really liking it, but I'm going to put that aside for now because today and tomorrow for me, I am going to be doing a 24-hour readathon. And I'm going to include all that in this vlog because why not? So I think I'm going to try doing a 24 and 48 hour readathon and seeing if that helps me read more. So I'm going to start at noon today and go for 12 hours. Go from noon to midnight, and then I'll sleep. I'll do, you know, other things, and then I'll go from noon to midnight tomorrow as well. So it'll be 24 hours and 48 hours. And I have a little TBR set for that, so I'll share that with you now. First up, I have Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. This is the new Carly Fortune release. I read Every Summer After last summer. However, I read that one when I was at some cabins on the lake, and so it was like perfect setting for it. And I don't live on a lake. I'd have to go drive to a lake to read this. And I'm not saying that I'm not gonna do that. I might. But like there's a small part of me that wanted to save this for my annual vacation with my in-laws because we go to the cabins at the lake every single time. But this will just be such a quick read. It's less than 300 pages or like thereabouts 300 pages. And I just remember really loving Carly Fortune's writing. I think it's like a second chance or like a missed connection kind of romance. I don't know too much about it, but I kind of want to keep it that way. So yeah, I might start with this one, or I might talk myself out of it and save it for that vacation. Who knows? I also have Adelaide by Genevieve Wheeler. This is another like shorter one. It's less than 300 pages, but it's like has to do with like mental health and grief. It's just supposed to be like a really emotional story, and I've heard that this is like compared to normal people a lot. So I'm curious, and I just want to know if I'm gonna like the writing because I've heard pretty good things about it. So I want to try this one, and I have the audiobook for it as well, so I could listen to the audiobook and follow along, which is always nice for a 24-hour readathon. So there's that one. I also could read Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail by Ashley Herring Blake. This is on my June TBR. It's the second book in the Bright Falls series. So the first one is Delilah Green Doesn't Care. This is following Astrid, Delilah's sister. And I liked Astrid. I liked her character development in that book. So I liked her, and I'm curious to see what her romance is going to be. This is sapphic. It's going to be like a cute little romance, so I'm excited for this one. Straying a bit farther away from that, I have a dark romance, which is called Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman. This one I got because the cover is going to change, so I bought this original cover, but it's supposed to be very dark. It's like a serial killer maybe kidnaps this woman and her sister's fiance, whom she hates. and kind of like forces them to trauma bond and fall in love just to like mess with their emotions and manipulate their like emotions. So it's gonna be very, very dark, and I'm just kind of curious like if I'm in the mood for something a little grittier. And this one is, again, also pretty short. It's like less than 300 pages. And then the last book, if I get to all of those, or if I'm in the mood for something that's probably a little bit more wholesome, I'm going to pick up In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune. This is his newest release, and I've read The House in the Cerulean Sea, which is one of my favorite books of all time, and Under the Whispering Door, and I gave both of those 5 stars. I really loved them, so this is one of my most anticipated releases of this year, so I might be picking this one up. However, I did read like the inside flap, the little synopsis, and it doesn't seem like it's going to be my cup of tea. However, I'm going to go into this with an open mind because I know TJ Klune writes found family really, really well, and I think there's found family in this. And just the way he writes about like life and love is it just warms the heart. So I'm just going to trust TJ Klune and just assume that this is going to be a really wholesome, heartwarming time, and not think too much about if I think that I would like this based on the synopsis. You know what I mean? So that is also an option. So those are my reading plans for today. I've got a few hours before I start, and I might even do some like spontaneous reading sprints this afternoon with the besties. So I'll have to decide what I'm going to read then. Until then though, I'm going to watch Lachlan's new video and then also try to decide like what my reading mood is, because it's elusive to me right now. I don't know what I'm in the mood for. So I'm going to try to figure that out, and I will check back in at noon when it is time to read. All right, it is noon now and it's time to start. So I am a little late, like by like 10 minutes, because I filmed my May wrap up and then I edited it, and I was just like a few minutes from the end of editing, so I was like, I'm just gonna finish this while I'm doing it. Anyways, I am trying to decide what to start first. I'm caught between Meet Me at the Lake and Still Beating, because I asked my friends and they're like, Still Beating. So I should maybe listen to my friends, but like my brain won't let me get off of this one, so okay, I think I'm gonna go with Still Beating because I'm curious, and since all my friends said read that one, I should listen to them. So I'm gonna go start this one. I am doing sprints at 2, so in a couple hours I'm gonna be doing sprints on my channel. So I'm gonna go start this, and I'll check in right before sprints and let you know how far I got and like what my first thoughts are. Okay, so I am on sprints right now on my channel with Rachel and Sahar, and I'm currently reading Still Beating. I'm over 200 pages into this now. I'm like 225 pages in, and I started annotating it. I am really, really loving this. It's very dark, like it's exactly what it says. It dives right into the like darkness like right away. Like second chapter, you're already trapped in the basement with them. Like the premise does not lie. But it's so good so far, and there's some really, really good quotes, and so I felt the need to annotate. Definitely check trigger warnings for this if you are thinking about picking it up, because it doesn't shy away from being pretty dark. I will say though, I wasn't sure how long we were going to be like trapped with the serial killer in the basement, because obviously like you know that's the whole setup for the book, but I'm at the point now where we are no longer trapped, so it's all good. Now they're just kind of dealing with the emotional fallout and the PTSD that goes along with the trauma that they've endured. So yeah, I'm gonna go finish this. We've got an hour-long sprint going, and I'm like actually starving, so I think I'm gonna go get some McDonald's, and I'm gonna go try to finish this before this sprint ends, and then I will check in to give my final thoughts and my rating and stuff in the next sprint, and then we'll pick out my next book. Okay, I just finished Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman, and I really loved this. I was not expecting to like love the writing so much. I thought that the story itself was going to be my favorite thing about this book, but and it was. This, I mean, the story was great, but I loved the writing. There are so many like amazing quotes, and just the romance in this, and like everything that they went through, and like the trauma bonding. I just really enjoyed this. Definitely check trigger warnings though, because there are a lot of them. But yeah, so many great quotes. I loved the writing. I'm gonna check because I feel like Jennifer Hartman has written other things. Like I don't think this is their only book. So I'm gonna look up their backlist and see what else they've written, because I would definitely be interested to read more from this author because I really liked the writing. I'm not sure what I'm gonna rate this yet though. I'm like leaning towards a 5 stars because of how much I loved the writing, and like the story is just so intense. Maybe like a 4.5, I don't know. So yeah, first book done for the 24-hour readathon. It is 5 o'clock now, so I started at noon, so I've been reading for 5 hours. I mean, I talked a bit on these sprints, and I'm still doing sprints. We're doing an hour-long one right now, so I'm gonna start a new book, but I don't think I'm gonna be on sprints all night, so I wanna try to finish at least like another book and a half tonight before I go to bed. Before my time is up, I should say, because I'm only reading till midnight. So I think the next book that I'm going to pick up is Adelaide by Genevieve Wheeler. I want something more emotional. I think that's what this is going to be. I'm not sure what to expect from this one. Obviously, it's not going to be anything like super dark like Still Beating is, but it definitely still talks about like grief and love and pain and mental health. So I want to read this one, and yeah, I'm gonna give it a try. I was trying to put books that were on my June TBR on this 24-hour like TBR, because then I could start the month off having completed a bunch of books already that were on my monthly TBR. And so far, Still Beating was not on my monthly TBR, and neither is Adelaide, but you know, whatever. I also have the most perfect bookmark for this book. Like, it's just perfect. So yeah, I'm gonna go start this one and probably finish up on my sprints after this one. So I'm gonna go start this one now. So I'll check in when I have more information and I can give you a synopsis. Okay, I am back from the gym now, and I've eaten dinner, and I've got an update for you. I'm on page 217 of Adelaide now, so I'm very near the end. I think I have like maybe 75 pages left. How long is this bad boy? Trying not to spoil. 290 pages. And first of all, I definitely see why people compare this to Normal People, but I'd also throw in Alone with You in the Ether as a comparison for this, because basically it's following these two mentally ill people as they fall in love and have a lot of insecurities, and their very messy relationship that follows. So we're following Adelaide, and she meets Rory, and they both have these insecurities. But yeah, I'm definitely enjoying my read of this. I'm curious to see if this is going to end in a happy or a sad way, shall we put it. I don't know what to expect. I definitely feel like I can see that it's causing a lot of pain. Their relationship, Adelaide and Rory's relationship, is causing a lot of pain and really exacerbating their mental illnesses, I would say. I do really like the writing of this. This is a debut, so I will have to keep my eye on whatever Genevieve Wheeler comes out with in the future. She's written other things like publications in different magazines and stuff, but this is her first novel, so anything that she comes out with, I'm gonna have to keep my eye on. I do plan on finishing this tonight, so I'm gonna go take a shower because I'm still sweaty from the gym, and then I will go finish Adelaide, and I'll pop back in once I finish it to give my final thoughts and my rating and let you know what I'll be picking up next. Okay, it is 10:30 now, and I just finished Adelaide by Genevieve Wheeler. Wow, I really loved this book. I just really loved Adelaide. This one is definitely more about Adelaide and the effects that this relationship has on her rather than like a love story about the relationship. It's definitely more focused on how the relationship affects her. I don't know. Again, I'm not really good at articulating my thoughts on these books lately. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I really loved it. I did start annotating towards the end because they were just some like really, really good quotes that I was just like, no, I need to highlight that. I feel like that's my thing now, is that I'm just like annotating everything, but I just really needed to. Anyways, so now that is my second book done for the 24-hour readathon. I think the next book that I pick up is going to be Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. I don't know if I'm going to start that tonight though, because I am getting kind of tired. Like, it's already 10:30. I don't know. I could stay up till midnight, but I don't want to start a story right now. I just kind of want to sit with the two books that I read. I want to sleep on both of those books that I read today because they were both quite the emotional journey. I feel a little bit like I was run over by a freight train, so yeah, I think I'm just gonna call it for tonight, but I can still save the hour and a half and like start earlier tomorrow because I said 24 and 48, so it doesn't have to be 12 and 12. Like, I don't have to stick to that rigid time frame, so I could start at 10:30 tomorrow morning. Or even earlier. Like, I don't have to start at a specific time. I can just start reading whenever I want tomorrow. And I have until noon on Monday to read for the full 24 hours. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to bed for right now. But yeah, I will check in with you all in the morning when I decide to start reading. All right, good morning. I'm sorry if you can hear Ellie just crunching away on her food back there, but she's got to eat, she's a growing girl. So it is 11 o'clock now. I just went and got my coffee. Delicious. So now I'm ready to read for the day. I think I'm gonna pick up Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune, and it's a nice day outside. I might go sit outside and read for a bit. So all I know about this is that the main characters met, and I think they had like one day together that was apparently like very profound, and they made like a very deep connection. And then they agreed that they would meet 1 year later, and one person shows up and the other doesn't. And then now like a decade has passed, and the main character Fern is at like a lake resort, and the guy Will shows up, and it's like the guy that she was supposed to meet that never showed up. And so now they're like forced to interact with each other. So yeah, I'm gonna go start this, and I'll check in when I get maybe like 100 or 150 pages in. It is a little bit before 1 now, and I made it to the 150 page mark-ish. I'm like at a chapter break, so I'm on page 147. And I'm feeling very lukewarm about this book right now. Like, I'm not super vibing with it. The setup is just what I said. They have one day together 10 years ago and apparently developed this very strong connection, agree to meet 1 year later, the guy never shows up, and then 9 years after that, he ends up coming to her family's like lake house resort, and they get thrown together again, and she's like heartbroken by it, and that's the setup. And I just am not buying the we spent one day together and now I'm in love with you and you broke my heart and so now I'm super jaded 10 years later. We get the dual timeline of like them 10 years ago when they're spending this one day together, and I just like, you spent 12 hours with the man and you're already saying things like, I think he might be my soulmate, and like, I think he might be the best person I've ever met. And it's like, I'm not saying you can't like really, really form a connection with somebody in a day. It just seems like some of the things that she's saying, I'm like, girlfriend, you just met him. And like, she also has a boyfriend, like she's in a committed relationship. They both are in relationships when they spend this day together 10 years ago. But she's been with this guy for 4 years. Like, it is no small thing. Like, his relationship, I think he's been with the girl 5 months, which still, you're in a committed relationship. But she's been with this guy for 4 years, and she like hides the fact that she has a boyfriend from Will, from the guy. And is like doing everything in her power to not bring it up. And like, there's a part where she's like, oh, I thought he might kiss me and like I wasn't gonna stop him, and I don't like that. But yeah, she's basically avoiding telling him that she has a boyfriend, and she's talking about how attractive she is to him, and like, oh, I shouldn't be feeling this because I should only be thinking this about Jamie, my boyfriend, and blah blah blah. And it's just like, I don't know that I buy that she is like ready to throw that all out the window after spending a few hours with this one man. And then also just the fact that like when they meet 10 years later, she's like, you know, super thrown by it and like, oh my God, this guy is coming back into my life and how he like completely imploded my life. And it's like, you spent 12 hours with the guy. And like, I don't know, maybe maybe that's like a normal response, and I'm just like, personally, if he didn't show up the year later, I'd be like, all right, cool, I guess that's it. But like, to be so heartbroken by that and to be like so jaded a decade later after spending one day with him, like, it's different if you spend the whole summer and you develop this like super strong connection, like that I would buy more than one single day. Not even 24 hours, honestly. I'm so like that I don't get on board with that. So I do still like the writing, I just don't like the setup for this one. So I'm still gonna finish it. I'm about halfway, so it's a pretty quick read. I'm still gonna read it. I do sort of wish that I would have saved this for my like annual like family vacation that I take with my in-laws. We go to this like cabin resort between two lakes, and that is literally the perfect setup for this, like the perfect place to read this book. And that's where I read every summer after last year. So part of me wishes I would have just saved that just for the ambiance. Yeah, oh well. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not 100% vibing with this. We'll see how the ending goes, but as of right now, I'm feeling very lukewarm about it. So I'm gonna go finish this now. I am gonna finish it. I'm gonna go finish it now, and I will check back in with my final thoughts and rating once I do that. I just finished Meet Me at the Lake. No, I did not like this. So basically my thoughts are all the same as what I said before, but we find out the reason why Will did not show up when they agreed to meet like a year later. His reason is so stupid. It's literally so dumb. Like, and oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna give this 2 stars. Oh no. The cover, 5 stars. The book, 2 stars. I don't want to talk about it. That was a dud, which is unfortunate because I was doing so well with my first 2 books that were like 4.5, 5 stars. Like, they were stunners. That one was a bummer. It's about 3:30 now, so I still have plenty of time to read another book or 2, who knows. I am getting a little bit of a headache right now, so I don't know if I'm gonna go like just drink some water, take some ibuprofen. I might take a nap even. I might lay down. I maybe just need to drink more water. I'm gonna do that. If you're watching this right now and you haven't drank water in the last like 10 minutes, go drink some water. But now I have to decide what to read next. So I've got my 2 books that were left on my TBR. I could pick up Ashford Parker Doesn't Fail, which is a romance, and I do really want to read this one. Or I could switch gears and read In the Lives of Puppets. T.J. Klune invites you deep into the heart of a peculiar forest and on the extraordinary journey of a family assembled from spare parts. Or an interior designer who is never without the perfect plan learns to renovate her love life without one. What? Learns to renovate her love life without one in this new romantic comedy. Why was that so hard for me to read? I really stumbled on that one. This one will be a faster read, but I don't know now if I want a romance. I mean, I might want something a little silly. Oh my god, the dedication for humanity. You kind of suck, but you invented books and music, so the universe will probably keep you around for a little bit longer. You got lucky this time. That's hilarious. Okay, I think I'm gonna read In the Lives of Puppets because I'm just feeling this book a little bit more. I'm not feeling a romance at the moment after having just read a romance. So I want something a little different. And I just love TJ Klune's writing. So I'm gonna pick this one up, and then I think I still have time to finish both of these. We shall see, but I'm going with this one next. So let's go. All right, another update from the exact same spot, but it's been a little while. I started In the Lives of Puppets, and I am 162 pages in, and it's so good. I was a little, like, not nervous, but kind of hesitant. Like, I was going in with lower expectations because I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about this story, because the synopsis just like something about the synopsis just like made me think if I read the synopsis in the store, I wouldn't buy this book. The only reason that I picked this book up is because it's TJ Klune and I've loved his previous books. So I was a little hesitant because I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this one, but it's so good. It's technically pitched as like a Pinocchio retelling, like meets robots, but it's very loosely based off of Pinocchio. It's almost like Pinocchio reversed. It's a robot who has a human son. And so it's just the human Victor, and then his like dad is this robot Geo, and then he also has his two best friends, Nurse Ratched, who is a nurse robot who is in the synopsis it calls her pleasantly sadistic, which is exactly what it is. She's very sarcastic, and she's my favorite character, honestly. She's so funny. She like always pretends that she doesn't care about the others and that like she just wants to kill everything, but you know it's not true. And then the other robot there is a vacuum. His name is Rambo, and he is like nervous about everything, and it's just really, really funny. So one day when they're like searching through scraps, they find this decommissioned android, and Victor decides to take it home and like get it to be working again, and that is Hap. And Hap basically, when he was decommissioned, lost all of his memories, so he's got like no idea what's going on, and he doesn't know anything, and he doesn't understand humans, which is funny because like the other three have been living with Victor since he was an infant, so like they understand humans have needs like sleep, and he needs to eat food, and like they understand. But Hap is like confused by it all, so it's just really funny. Where I'm at right now, the story is just about to take a turn. So for the first, 150 pages, we're getting to know the characters and just like see their life and see what their life is like, and then we meet Hap, and we're getting to know Hap a little bit, and then something happens that Geo, the dad, gets taken, and so they're gonna have to go figure out how to help him before he gets decommissioned and loses all his memories and stuff like that. So I'm really liking it, and it talks a lot about like humanity and like how humanity made robots and like artificial life, and the artificial life began to evolve and realize like if the world is going to continue, humans cannot. And so it's a little bit crazy, but that's why the dedication is so much funnier now, because like it says, for humanity, you kind of suck. But yeah, TJ Klune, his writing is just, it's like a warm hug. I just love it so much. And yeah, I'm just giggling at the robots because they're just so funny. Like Nurse Ratched and Rambo are just they're so funny. Their dynamic is so funny too. I can't find it, but there's one scene where they're like out in the woods by themselves, and Rambo, the little vacuum, is like, do big animals eat vacuums? And Nurse Ratched is like, I'm quite certain that they do. Like she's just so funny. There's this one scene where, this is Nurse Ratched, she says, Victor is extremely intelligent. He can fix almost anything, and he decided to fix you, so you should be thankful to your father, your dad, your daddy. Error, error. Don't call people daddy. That is unprofessional. Victor's talking about how like he was making something and his dad is questioning like, why did you do this? Like he's just questioning him a little bit, and he's like, oh, you carved this yourself? And Victor says, Nurse Ratched helped. And she says, thank you, Victor, I've always wanted to be thrown under a bus. And then on her screen, a yellow vehicle appeared on her screen, mowing down a pixelated version of herself over and over again. Yes, I helped. Oh, and she also has these moments where she, like, engages empathy protocol. So she's like, it'll say, engaging empathy protocol. Good job, Victor. I'm so proud of you. And then it says, disengaging empathy protocol. And then she'll say something, like, rude or something. It's just, she's just hilarious. But yeah, I'm having the best time. So yeah, I think right now, it's giving 5 stars. So I hope that continues. I don't see why it wouldn't, because I just love TJ Klune's, like, I love how he writes characters and how he tells stories. He's able to balance like wholesome, heartwarming stuff with like humor and also some like deeper topics. So I'm having the best time. So yes, I'm gonna go sit back down and continue reading. I just wanted to update and give you a bit better of a synopsis on this one and just tell you that I'm having the best time. Hello everyone, it is Monday now, and it is Draco's birthday. Happy birthday, Draco. I just had to point that out. Yeah, I don't know. So last night I did finish In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune. I finished this around 11:30, I want to say, and I was just so tired that I was like, I'll just update in the morning. But I loved this. This was so good. Definitely Nurse Ratched is my favorite. She was so funny the whole way through. I just loved her. But yeah, the found family aspects in this, TJ Klune always does found family really, really well. I will say though that the ending, like, I liked the ending. I would have liked a little bit more cutesy of an ending. I mean, it was still cute, but like, I wanted a little bit more. So I'm ending up giving this 4.5 stars because I just absolutely loved it. There was one scene, I keep talking about Nurse Ratched, but I'm just gonna read it, where they're like captured at one point and she's talking to like their captor and she says, you should come closer. I promise not to strangle you until your head pops off and falls to the floor. And then on her screen it says, you can trust me, I'm a nurse. So yes, adding another wholesome TJ Klune, absolutely stunning. The House on the Cerulean Sea is still my absolute favorite, but this is probably my second favorite of the 3 that I've read, and then Under the Whispering Door, so I will for sure be picking up anything he publishes. Yes, loved it. Now, it is about 10:30, so I have an hour and a half left of the 24-hour readathon, so I'm not going to be able to finish another book. But the next book that I'm going to read is Ashford Parker Doesn't Fail by Ashley Herring Blake because, you know, I need to get to it. I do also like really want to read The Disappearances of Draco Malfoy today because, first of all, it's Draco's birthday, and so I want to read something about Draco on his birthday. So I'll probably do that later today. I'm going to go to the gym. And then after that, Brandon and I are going to go to my favorite lake and go swimming. And then we might watch a movie later. So I don't know how much reading I'll be able to get done today. I don't even know if I'll be able to start Ashford Parker Doesn't Fail. So I might read The Disappearances of Draco Malfoy if I have time to read today. I've also been playing Hogwarts Legacy, and I kind of want to play that because I haven't played it in a few days. that is gonna be the end of this 24-hour readathon. I'm not gonna end the vlog quite yet. I might end it, you know, today or tomorrow, but I'm not gonna end it quite yet. But that's the end of the 24-hour readathon because I won't be reading anything for the remainder of the time. So 4 books though. I read 4 books in that 24-hour period. So that's pretty awesome. So now I think I'm gonna go edit these couple vlog clips so that I'm all the way caught up, and then who knows what I'll do. I mean, I did sneakily read 1 chapter of Hermione fanfic that I haven't even been reading. I literally just read 1 chapter of an already, like, it's called Lavender Scones and Second Chances by Mega Waffle on AO3, and Incendio Sketches on Instagram posted a picture like that they drew of Hermione and like 1 line from the fic and then a link to the fic, and I was like, I want to read that. And I want to read that right now. So I just read that chapter. Oh, it's so good. So now I've added that to my little docket of Hermione fanfics that I want to read because I'm just like, I'm such a simp for Hermione right now. So yeah, anyways, I'm going to go edit those couple clips and then I'll just update you when I have something else to say. Look how cute these look. They're so cute together.